Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to IoT Service Hub Can Help, turning ideas into products. And we welcome those who attend online. My name is Anastasia, and it's my pleasure to be the host of today's event. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I believe that everybody agrees that the process of launching a product to a market is never easy. Therefore, IoT Service Hub provides manufacturing-oriented guidance programs and many other services offered to help companies. With branches in Taipei, Taichung, and Kaohsiung, the hub is ready to help with developing prototypes, connecting you to experts from all industries, and prepares the product for market launching and many others. Through the capabilities of Taiwan IC, linking cross-border resources, and through these sharing sessions, we hope to invite international teams to join us and become part of the IoT Hub Service Hub. Therefore, first and foremost, we would like to thank the advisors of the event, IDB, Industrial Development Bureau, Ministry of Economic Affairs, organizer, Institute for Information Industry, IoT Service Hub, and co-organizer, Startboard and Crossbond. This event will not have been possible without them. For a reminder for our audience online, please type your name on the chats below so that you are re-registered. So for a reminder for online audience, please type your name on the chat box for re-registration. 各位贵宾、现场的服务团队以及在线上参与的贵宾，你们好，欢迎来到物联网制造基地制造转动国际说明会。我是主持人 Anastasia。物联网制造基地透过低谈式盘点、巡回式诊断、定点式咨询与后送，分别在台北、台中、高雄3地提供 IoT 产品量产导向子专业服务，应用台湾 IC 能量串联跨界资源，也期望透过本次的说明会，邀请国际团队加入，成为物联网制造基地的一员。然后活动开始之前呢，我们要感谢本次活动的指导单位经济部工业局、主办单位财团法人资讯工业策进会、物联网制造基地协办单位 Startboard and Crossbond. In today's event, we will listen about how to speed up the prototype development from IoT Service Hub. Following up, there will be a sharing by 4 manufacturers in Taiwan, and we will also get to hear successful cases and hopefully be inspired. After that, there will be a sharing sessions about Asian market from Startboard, and we will begin the Q&A sessions, and we will have group photo sessions for closing. Now, before we start the event, we would like to appreciate our honorable guests for taking your time to join us here today out of your busy schedule. So please say hello to us and to the camera. First, the Deputy Director of Information Technology Industry Divisions of Industrial Development Bureau, Ministry of Economic Affairs, Mr. Cheng Chin Lu. Please stand up and wave to the audience and to the camera. Next, the Director of Institute for Information Industry, Mr. Calvin Tai. Please stand up, wave to the audience and to the camera. Next, the CEO of Startboard, Mr. Uniform Lin. Please stand up and wave to the audience and to the camera. Now, to formally kick off our event this afternoon, I would like to invite Dr. Cheng Chin Lu as the Deputy Director of IDB to deliver the opening speech, and also welcome Ms. Ting as the translator.
好，我们现场的 IoT 的一个相关的一个会员跟参加者，及我们 Startboard 的林执行长，还有我们刚刚看到好朋友这个印度中小企业的这个许执行长，还有与会，还有线上的朋友，大家午安，大家好。
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Uniform Lin from Startboard and Dr. Dinesh Kumar from IFBC, audience online, friends, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon.
今天非常高兴来参加这个我们所谓的 IoT Hub Can Help 的一个国际的一个说明会。
It's my pleasure to be here at the IoT Service Hub Can Help event.
如同大家所了解台湾一直是一个 ICT 的一个生产大国，我们不只有好的半导体产业， 有好的零组件产业，有好的组装产业，我们有非常好的 ICT 的 ecosystem。
As you are aware, Taiwan is an ICT hub for the world. From semiconductor industries, from component and industrial assembly, we are really a key country, a key national ICT hub across the world.
也就是这个样子，我们都了解整个 ICT 的发展，从过往的电脑到 handheld device， 到现在的 IoT， 未来结合 AI， 所以整个 IoT 结合 AI 的一个大环境已经形成了。
And an ecosystem in the ICT industry has taken form in Taiwan, from computers, handheld devices, to the IoT, as well as AI.
为了能让这样的一个发展搭配台湾 ICT 的环境，我们从4年前2018开始，工业局就成立了一个 IoT 制造基地 Hub 的计划，来协助整个环境 IoT 成长的串接。
To keep up with the latest ICT trends in the world, actually 4 years ago in 2018, IDB has already built an IoT manufacturing hub to foster, to build an enabling environment.
我们重要的宗旨只有一个，我们希望想透过 IoT 或是未来结合 AI 去做创新，去做一些好的 idea 的一个创业者，可以把他们的 idea 真正变成产品，这个是我们的最终目的。
And we only have one mission: to offer this springboard to innovation for entrepreneurs, for startups, to translate their ideas into real products.
所以我们计划在北、中、南3个地方都有成立制造基地，也加上服务团，也加上技术服务，来服务3个区块所有的创新创业者，或是所有人想运用 IoT solution 的一个团队，来达成他们的梦想。
So we have set up 3 branches across Taiwan, in Taipei, Taichung, and Kaohsiung, to offer technical support and all sorts of consulting services, guidance programs, to really support, enable these startups and entrepreneurs to leverage IoT solutions.
我们这4年来，我们组了超过100个以上的一个服务团，那我们也辅导过超过400件的一个成功的案例。
So over these past 4 years, 100 project teams have been established to support over 400 successful cases.
我们希望借由这样的一个hub， 可以很清楚的运用到这个台湾从上到下的 infrastructure， 然后结合到所有创新者、创业者运用 IoT 的 idea， 让他们真正可以梦想成真。
So with this hub, we leverage the existing and upgraded infrastructure to help these startups and entrepreneurs to turn their IoT ideas into products.
所以我们的这个 hub 主要的功能，当然从 very original 的 idea 到过程上面的技术服务，到整个商品的外观的一个协助，到后面真正商品化的一个成型，都是我们 IoT Hub 最重要的一个任务。
So the IoT Service Hub actually supports many things, from the initial ideation, technical support, prototype design, even to the later stage commercialization, monetization. We can all help.
这么多年来，在台湾我们服务的案例成功而且有很多非常亮眼的案例。当然，我们不希望我们的成果只局限在台湾，所以我们希望透过这样的一个国际的一个说明的一个平台， 让全世界的人特别是这一次在线上有很多东南亚的国家，我们希望他了解台湾也有这样的一个很好的 platform 可以来服务你们。
So we have built many successful and exciting cases in Taiwan, but we aim to go beyond. We aim to enter the global stage. And especially we have many audience online today from different countries. And that's what we aim for, to build this global platform, service platform, to serve more stakeholders from maybe Southeast Asian countries.
所以今天我们非常高兴，就透过这个办的所谓 IoT Hub Can Help 这个 platform 来让大家了解。当然 ，again 我最终的目的还是希望全世界所有的 team 不是只有国内的，全世界所有的 team 都可以连接到我们这个IoT Hub 这个 platform。那连接到这个 platform， 让我们有机会来服务你们。那让我们让这个所谓的创新者运用 IoT solution 的一个使用者，可以真的 from idea to product 梦想成真。
So today's event is really one of our many efforts to make this platform better known across the world, to help people, entrepreneurs, IoT service users, solution users, to leverage this platform's capabilities to turn their ideas into reality.
所以今天谢谢我们在场与会的一个参加者，跟我们线上的一个参加者，希望借由今天的活动，能让你们更清楚我们 IoT Hub 的一个function。也谢谢你们有机会能跟我们来做连接，让我们来帮助你们，让我们来真正让你们达到你们自己的梦想。那最后我也敬祝这样的一个国际说明会是一个圆满成功的一个说明会，谢谢。
So thank you all for joining us today. We really hope that through today's event, you will find it successful and fruitful and get to know more about what IoT Service Hub can offer. And I look forward to more connection and partnership resulting from today's event and wish today's event a great success. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Chen Chin-Lu. And last but not least, we also welcome CEO of Startboard, the co-organizer of this event. Startboard is a startup incubator that specializes in helping startups and companies establish or expand their business to Asian countries, India and Taiwan. So let us welcome Mr. Uniform Lin.
IDP Deputy Director Yu and Institute for Information Industry Director Kelvin. And Manila Economy and Culture Office Terry, and my good friend IFBC, Danish, Director Danish. And I also have many friends there. And I also have many friends from like some of my good friends from Singapore, from Vietnam. And I also have online, our partner, the Big Whale Michael. And I also have, let me see. From Vietnam, SVF, and I also have from Indonesia, all my friends there. Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Okay. This is uniform. Why I call uniform? Because my Mandarin speaking called 制服. Okay, so we're beginning from the name to easy to remember, right? And as my colleagues mentioned, Starboard is a platform for entrepreneurs who want to start their business in Taiwan. But we especially focus on South Asia, Indian country. We already established this platform already more than 5 years. So as also my colleagues from Indonesia. She's from Indonesia. It's amazing. It's excellent English, excellent Chinese, and also excellent Indonesia, of course. Yeah, actually, today I'm very excited because everyone knows Taiwan. We have a very excellent manufacturing resource. It is. So I believe, like I very agree. Deputy Rui said, how to make your idea to be real. So I think our job is to sharing this information to let all the foreigner to understanding what's the advantage of Taiwan, what we have, what we manufacture resource, how our OEM, ODM resource we can do for you, right? So we hope we can cooperate with everyone to share this information to all the startup or all the company to cooperate with Taiwan. And Taiwan, we are very strong supply chain, and we hope and we believe Taiwan can be the hub to help everyone to accomplish your dream, right? So and also for a startup mission, we believe the talent is always the key, right? So I don't know people know or not because foreign student in Taiwan from South Indian country actually is more than 60,000, right? So actually, if we imagine that if we can persuade maybe 5 or 10%, like a student or entrepreneur or foreign friend, they can start a business in Taiwan or participate in SME company. Imagine that 60,000, just 10%, have more than 6,000. Can you imagine that? How many beautiful story and impressive story will be happen, right? So, and also Taiwan, we have a very strong connection and the resource in Taiwan. So, the online friend, also my friend there, let us together to make your dream be real. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Uniform Lin. All right. Next up, we are also grateful for our 4 manufacturer companies, Sinbon Electronics, Olga Smart Things, Collab Industrial Design and Research, and Velt. And we will also get to hear successful cases from National Yangming University Vipassana, a full functional wireless ECG for healthcare AIoT, and OCare, automated disinfection solution for sharing motor. All right, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, we will personally hear about how to speed up the prototype development from the leader of this IoT Service Hub program himself. So let us welcome Director of IoT Service Hub, Kelvin Tai. The time is yours.
I'm IDB Deputy Director, Dr. Liu, and Uniform, and your new friends that just met on today's seminars, and all online, my fellow developer. So welcome to join these seminars. My name is Kelvin Tsai. I'm the director of Digital Transformation Institute of Triple I, and also the supervisors of the IoT Service Hub project. And to those who are not familiar with the Triple I, it is a government research institute, and 30% owned by the Taiwan government, and we have over 3,000 employees. So in today's presentations, I will give a short introductions regarding to what IoT service is and what kind of a service we can provide, and how the IoT Service Hub can help the IoT development team to finish their products. So before started, I would like to express the thanks to the IDB and the Dr. Liu for his continuous support for the past 4 years. I think with only the support from IDB and the Dr. Liu, so that we can help so many amazing IoT teams to make their dream come true So thank you, Dr. Lee. All right, so let's get started. So, so what is the IoT Service Hub? Let me bring you a background information. So IoT Service Hub is a, sorry, this is the first slide. So let me bring you some background information about the IoT Service Hub. It's a project, it's funded by the IDB, Ministries of Economic Affairs. And we Triple I's, we are the executive teams of the projects on behalf of IDB. The reason why the project kick off is because IDB realized, although Taiwan semiconductor industry has a strong impact globally, however, most of the chipset makers, they just focus on the big volume ODM projects. So that's some diverse and small quantities IoT project, IoT products are ignored. So it's kind of a pity. So starting from 4 years ago, IDV decided to have the Taiwan chipset company in mind and connecting all the ecosystem, supply chains here in Taiwan. We try to put everything together and to service all these development teams or project. So starting from 4 years ago, the project is a rollout, and we start to provide the service to the developers in Taiwan. So so back to the topics. What is the IoT service? So let me start by telling you what is not the IoT service. So it's not a co-working space. It's not the accelerator, and it's not incubators. So I know that many startup teams, they come to this organization, they're looking for the fundraising, networking, business plan consultancies, or the office location hosting. But IoT Service Hub, we don't do these things. Instead, we are more like a hub of these organizations, so that we provide the development resources. So this is quite critical for the IoT product development. We provide this development resource to the teams, the stations in these organizations, so that these teams, they are not only getting funding, location, they are also getting the real development resource from IoT Service Hub. So that we are quite encouraged. We continuously build the connections with these organizations in Taiwan. Already over 200 incubators, accelerators, we have already connection with, so that we keep providing these organizations with our development resource and services. So I think until now, we probably have 400 development teams registered under the IoT Service Hub. I believe probably 20% of these teams are recommended by these organizations. So that we do have a good connections with organizations. So we are working together to help all these entrepreneurs to make their dreams come true. So what if I ask you what is the most important thing to make the innovative ideas become a successful product from first step? My answer will be, if you have the good ideas or innovative ideas, you'd better choose the right silicon solutions in the first beginning. So in our experience, we realized that there are so many startup teams or product development teams. Under some stage, some time, they will decide to switch their chipset solutions. No matter the reason, is because of the cost, performance, the form factor. I would say like 30 to 40%, and they will change their solution. So this is a big impact to this team, because all these teams, they are small to medium-sized companies, so they only have a limited resource. So for product, for this kind of hardware product development, it's not like the software developer. Or software development, it's kind of you write a code, or you do a compile, linking, just like within 5 minutes, you have a new iteration. But for hardware product development, as long as you make a wrong decision, the whole iterations will cause you a lot of resource loss, no matter it's money or time. So I would say it's important that you do the right evaluations of what kind of a solution you're going to use, and you choose the solutions and stick onto it until the final product's mass production. So this is a quite important issue. So, what is IoT service can provide under these topics? So we provide, until now, we provide more than 8 different kinds of IoT development kit. So you can see that from this slide, this is only the 4 of them. And what IoT Service Hub we provide, like evaluation boards and the system module. So for the evaluation board, it's very good for the development team to do the evaluation. Just like what I mentioned, it's very important for the team to decide the right solutions in the first beginning. And for the system modules, so when the team, they choose the solutions, and when they reach like a small quantity production, then they probably need like 10 or 20 pieces to do the field trial. Then the SOM is what we can provide to the team, so that they are easier to come up engineering samples for the field trial. So not only for these evaluation boards and SOM, we also provide developer-friendly material like documentations, like sample codes, like reference designs. So all these things put together that we try to provide the developers, they have the right tool and right choice in the first step, so that they don't need to go back for the iterations to change the solution, the wasting of their time. So, So you can see that for these 4 categories, on the right side, we have the MediaTek, we have the Realtek Wi-Fi solutions, which is also Arduino compatible, and also like runs a real-time OS for the real product. In the downside, we have the MediaTek, it's a IoT solutions. So on the upper right-hand side, we have a NetLink. It's a very low power Wi-Fi solutions. So comparing to the Realtek, and on the lower right side, we have a general purpose mid MCU from Nuvoton. So this is we call it the IoT related solutions. Means majorly handling the connectivity function. And the other 4 development boards, we call it IoT related. So basically, it focuses on the sensing and the AI capabilities. So you can see from the left-hand side, we have a HiMax, which is quite often used for the smart cameras. It had an edge AI enhancements processing unit, so that you can do the edge AI inferencing on the chipset. And on the low parts, we have a core maker 01, which is from the Cotronics. It is a multi-dimensional sensor board. It cooperates with like a G sensor and the level pressure sensors and the light sensor. So put everything together in one single board. So that is quite useful for like put into the factory to collect the vibrations, the voice, the audio, to do the maintenance, predictive maintenance applications. So on the right, upper right-hand side, you can see that there's a Terasitic. It's a 24 gigahertz radar solutions. So it's very useful for detecting the motions, the people presence. So this kind of a solutions. And the beautiful things of this solution is that you can see that the antenna is already integrated. So for some startup team, this kind of RF signal is usually quite difficult for them to design. So it's already provided together with the core chip. So for any developer, they want to have the people presence, motion detection, this kind of calculations. Using this solution is quite easy. And the last one is the MediaTek Finlogics. So this is the most updated solutions from MediaTek. It's Wi-Fi 6 and also the audio DSP built-ins. And now we are talking to MediaTek because there's a DSP inside. So it's very possible to be used for the edge AI inferencing. So I believe that maybe next year, when we have a conclusion with them, we will give more information about how to make use of these chips for the edge AI application. All right, so let's go to the second part. Once we have the chipset solutions, then we carry on for the product development. But for the product development, it's a long way to go. So because the product development, it involves lots of different resource and process. So it's need different kinds of professional service at each stages. So I think from traditional ODM makers, they are quite familiar with the NPI process, a new product introduction. It means a new product introduction process. So the product development is from like ES, POC, or EVT, until all the way till the mass production. So, but this kind of a process is not, I mean, for most of the entrepreneurs, they are not familiar with. So they don't know, at which stage they need to do what kind of validation. So once this kind of validation is missing, eventually you will get a big trouble when the product launch. So in this NPR process, each stage has its purpose, validation, testing. So I think I believe people know like Indiegogo or Kickstarters. Lots of the projects are launched in the platform eventually fail. Then it's because the developer, they thought as long as they come out a spec requirement and send the requirement to the Shenzhen, China, then 1 year later the product will be ready and available. I think this is impossible. I think lots of the failure projects on the this crowdfunding platform approve it. So just a moment. I think that there's a synchronization problem. Okay, so On this page, you can see, so apart from the silicon solution we just mentioned in the first parts of the presentation, here's we have a experienced SOP methodology, a systematic approach to help the developer to come up their solutions, their projects. So you can see we have more than 200 different independent service providers. They can cover different stage from the POC, EV, DV, until the MP. So basically, we divide these independent service providers into 7 categories. So things like hardware design, firmware design, system integrators, industry design, mechanical design, such as. So not only we have this kind of database, but we have this product manager, a PM, to help the developer to go through the whole the SOP. So, for example, like the teams when come to us, we will have an interview so that we can have the team's resumes and initial diagnostics. So we will know in what stage the team is then. And the second is that we will do the demand analysis. So we will know after analysis what is missing for these development teams. And then we will do the optimizations and the validation. So you can see that these are the 200 service providers from our database. This database that we have different tag, so that some of them they have minimum orders, they have their schedules, they have their price indicators. So on this database, the developer can check these categories and find what they need for the service provider. So okay, so when after that development process, when the products come to the end, then what it will be look like? In the following slide, I'll give us some examples of the products after the support and the help from the IoT Service Hub, what it will become. So from the up right hand side, you can see that we have we have a remote diagnostics for the power generators. We have a smart box for the mechanical watch collections. So also we have a peritoneals, dialysis device, which is for the key disease. So you can see before, after, when they come to the IoT Service Hub in the beginning, it looks like it's a breadboard, right? Lots of jump wires. And after our support and help, for example, this is industry design. This is also industry design. And in these projects, we provide a real-tech Wi-Fi chipset, so that you can see that from these very simple and black white displays, and becomes this is a beautiful enclosures, and also with the smartphone applications to do. So just a quick go through 3 of them to let you know. So this is a smart box for mechanical watch collection. So just like what I said in the beginning, this is the original looking. So it's a handmade box, and only have a black and white display. So the product is basically they have a microphone built-in, so you can collect the sounds of your mechanical watch. They analyze the sound, so you will know if any parts of the watch is magnetized or in a high humidity or losing winding. So with this kind of analyzers, you can keep your mechanical watch in a good condition. Also, the enclosure is quite good looking for display. And the second one is a automatic the deodorants and the disinfections device for Hamlet. So this is quite a good use case for e-bike sharing service, because I think after long use, the Hamlet in the e-bike, we have some unpleasant smell, and also during this pandemic time, the virus can spread over the helmet exchanging. So that's the team, they decide to come up this kind of devices. So that's once the e-bike is used and finished using, the device will be started to spread out the deodorant to get a disinfections. So that's after that, the helmet will become a clean and a good smell. Sorry. All right. Okay, so this is the third example is the full functional wireless ECG. So this is you can see that in the beginning. Come to the IoT Service Hub is like a business card shape, and it's not quite comfortable to stick onto the skin. So that's after say IoT Service Hub supports, you can see now the sticking pad it becomes like a paper style, so it can be used all the time on the human skin. So for this ECG, originally it's used for the medical purpose, diagnosis purpose. But this kind of device, is a 3D. It can be, the patient can wear it all the time. So that it's not used for the medical diagnostic purpose. It will be used like monitoring, so providing the early warning of some heart disease. So this is a third example of our examples, and this is a summary. So you can see the IoT Service Hub, we accept the applications all year round. So no matter it's from online or it's from the invitations or recommended by some organizations, we are all welcome. So when the team comes to us, we have a very simple questionnaire. So that when they fill in, we will know what the stage they are in the concept or prototyping or trial production or already looking for the channel sales. So we will assign the product managers for the in-depth portfolio build-up. So do the demands assessments, so that we will know what kind of resource we need to bring to the teams. And they also like pre-market assessments, so that we will know which parts of the products they might need to have some tweak before the product become mass productions. Also, we provide the channel promotions and the field service validation. So this part is quite useful because before the officially product launch, you can have like 20, 30 pieces. We find a test bed, we find a demo site, so that these 20 or 30 pieces can be put into on field. And for the development team, they have a chance to collect the user behavior before the product official launch. Okay, so I think the final pages is introduction of the IoT Service Hub. So you can see that we have the 3 locations in the north part of Taiwan, central part, and the south part. And these physical locations, we are not used for like office location for the team, but it's more like used for the events. No matter it's a workshop, it's a conference, a seminar, or just a networking, we welcome the development teams to come here to exchange informations. And in today's seminars, we are looking for the global partners for IoT Service Hub, because we have already built a systematic way. We have the 8 kinds development board. We have a SOP to help these developers. So we have everything ready, but now it's in Taiwan. So the reason why we have today's seminar is because that we think this approach, this tool is very good and very useful for the IoT development team. So that's we are sincerely invite the global partners. If you are interested in this kind of a service approach, we welcome you to come to us. We can have a discussions and see how you can be our global representative. And the second one is that now the 400 teams we are helping is from Taiwan locally. And now we feel it's about time, because all the approaches are ready. So now we are looking for the overseas teams to join us. No matter if you are from India, you're from Indonesia, as long as you are doing the IoT products, we welcome you to come to us and let us introduce what we can do for you. I believe that as long as we are working together, we can bring you the resource you cannot imagine before. Okay, I think that's the introductions for IoT service today.
All right, thank you, Mr. Kaffensai. Next up, we also hear some sharing from 4 manufacturers enterprises about manufacturing service in Taiwan. Firstly, from Sinban Electronics, a leading provider of integrated designs and production services for electronic components, and successfully transformed into a manufacturer that provides complete solution, entering varieties of industries from electronics, aerospace to medical products and services. Without further ado, let's welcome Tom Zhou from Sinban Electronics.
Okay. Hi, everyone. First of all, I want to thank IoT Service Hub for giving me a chance to be here. My name is Tom, and I'm from the ICSBU of Sinban. And today, I'm going to show you how we can help you to complete your product with our service and the resource. Okay, so first, let us take a look for some numbers. Sinban is a company with over 30 years old in electrical industry. And we have over 5,000 employees across 7 factories and 32 office sites. We have been serving for over 100 branded customers with various industries like medical and automotive and aviation and green energy, industry and communication. So for those industries, we call it MAGIC, which is magic as a short name. So I will explain more about this magic later. Okay. Okay, so as I mentioned, for this magic industry, which is also the basic structure of our company, it's the basic structure of our company. For example, I'm from the communication business unit. And for those industry, we have the business with all those top 10 or top 20 customers in its industry. And here you can see the revenue for the past few years. And as you can see, we grow steadily from 8 to 10% every year. And take 2020, for example, our sales revenue is around $737 million USD. And among those numbers, the biggest part is from the green energy, which is 31%, and the second one is communication, which is 27%. The third one is the industrial application, and medical is 9%, and automotive is 8%. Okay, so to the point, for our service and our resource, in the beginning, Xinbang started our business with two parts. The first part is cable assembly, and the second part is our component distribution, which is HRS connector. And as time goes by, you can see now we have more ability to do more for our customer than usual. For our factory, right now we can help customer to do the customized automation, sensor integration, box build, PCBA, and so on. And for the distribution product, right now, besides the component, we can provide customer with a lot of wireless solution, such as 4G, 5G, and some low power WAN wireless like NB-IoT, LoRa. And also we have eSIM. You must wondering what those factories are really help our customer to make their product. So here are some example. Take medical for example. We can help customer to do the cable assembly for the diagnosing image probe. And for automation and aviation, we can provide the cable used in the EV charging pile, or even build the whole EV charging pile for our customer. And for green energy, we can do the cable assembly, which used in the solar energy or wind energy system, which requires a stronger structure and material than the consumer cable. And for the communication part, we can provide the wireless solution integrated with antenna for like a smart home or a smart factory. And also, we can even provide the ECU unit used in the EV bike. Okay. And where are those products were made? Basically, we have 7 factories in global. 4 of them are in China, and 1 factory is in Taiwan, and 1 factory in Hungary, which is in Europe. And the last one is in Dayton, which is in United States. And also, we have over 30 office sites in global to service our customer. Okay, so here is the certification detail for our factory. As you know, certain product will need certain type of certification. For example, if you are an automotive product, most likely you will require your factory to pass the IATF 16949. And if you are a medical product, we will request another certification. So we will base on the spec of the product and the request from our customer to choose the most suitable factory for them. Okay, besides those products which made by our factory, here are some wireless solutions especially for the IoT customer. As you can see, we can provide a lot of wireless solutions, including the most popular 4G, 5G solution, Wi-Fi, and also some low power WAN wireless like NB-IoT, Wi-Sun, LoRa. Yeah, and also besides those wireless modules, we also have antenna and eSIM, which can integrate it together. And those products can use in a lot of different industries. Besides those modules, as I said, we can integrate it with the antenna and also PCBA. And to do that, of course, we have our FAE and the firmware engineer and the electrical engineer and the medical engineer to support our customer together. Okay, so besides our human resource, what else we can do? Of course, if you are in the prototype situation, a prototype stage, maybe you will need a development kit to do your prototype. And after that, maybe you will need a firmware integration. We also have RD can help with that. And after your prototype was finished, maybe you will need to do the field test. We can also help that. And of course, the last, we can have a complete business flow for you. Okay, so what is exactly we can do with those wireless modules? Here are some case sharing. The first one is an e-bike. Actually, the picture you see is the public bicycle system in Taiwan, which we called U-Bike. And of course, as a public bicycle system, user can use app or debit card with NFC function to list the bike. And so here comes with our profession. We can provide LTE and a GPS module integrated with antenna for the bike maker to make it with wireless function. Okay, the second one is the EV charging pile. As you know, the EV car is the trend for the future. So a lot of car makers focus on making a safe and durable EV car. And there are also other people which focus on improving the charging techniques. And to unit the communication protocol between charging pile and the car, there comes the OCPP standard, which is fostered by Open Charge Alliance, or you can call OCA. And here we can provide our EV charging customer the Wi-Fi module and help them to build in the OCPP standard. Okay, so the last case is dash cam. Traditional dash cam usually have no wireless function, or maybe they do, they only have Wi-Fi. But right now, some modern models use 4G to let customer can upload the recording video when to upload the recording video immediately when the accident happens. So here we can provide our customer with eSIM combined with the global connectivity inside the dash cam, so that user doesn't have to apply a SIM card by themselves. This immediately upload function can be additional charge option for the car maker as a subscriptional business model for the dashcam maker. Okay, so besides those products, Sinbang also keep making a lot of progress on the CSR and the ESG issue for recent years, because we know that some customers also care about our environment issues such as carbon reduction or carbon tax. So we continuously improving our CSR index, such as 100% using recyclable packaging material or implementing smart factory system to saving power consumption. So in conclusion, for our self-made product, such as PCBA, box build, and system integration, and for our distribution products such as wireless module, 4G, 5G, and Wi-Fi. If you have interesting for above product for details, it's welcome for you to contact with me. So thanks for your listening today, and hope we have a chance to work together. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Tom Cho from Sinbon Electronics. Next, we have Auga Smart Things, an enterprise aiming through the diverse resources and technology of integration to build a more healthy, green, convenient environment and also to make the world a better place. Let's welcome Lawrence Lin from Auga Smart Things.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Thank you. My name is Lawrence Lin. I'm the sales head of Olga Smart Things. Okay, by today's presentation, I have a limited time, and I would like to explain you 2 points. One, why Olga can help the startup company to make their dream come true. And second point, I pick up some real cases and products to explain why we can do for those startup companies. Okay. So briefly, I would like to explain what about Olga. And in these days, Olga turned to be an IoT service provider, and also we provide a medical device manufacturing service. And now we focus on industrial, so industrial 4.0, and some application is in smart agriculture. And smart home and office, we do several years, and also smart healthcare. Actually, we have a GMP manufacturing site in Olga, so it's more like medical devices. Okay, quickly see, Olga was actually merged to Horizon Group in 2008, a big group, but we don't merge the company to the group. Why? Because we want to keep it small. Why small? Because we want it to be more flexible. That's why one of the reasons we can support those startup companies. I think most of you understand those startup companies actually in the beginning stage, they are not so big. They don't have a big scale or big resources. Everything are limited. So if we put everything too big, it becomes a heavy loading, a burden to the startup company, and they couldn't do it quickly to realize their products. So from the experience in these years, that's why we figure out we don't want Olga to too big. We want it suitable and small. So that's why our employees are about 50 persons. But our group companies, Horizon, we have some resources from the components, okay, IC, and even we have other resources we integrate to support and provide a service. Yes? You mean? Yes, actually, we ship off and later I will show you some pages. We have a nebulizer. We get the nebulizer in 2016, and we need to comply with the CE. So we get the certificate of ISO 13485. But at this stage, we didn't mass production for nebulizer, but we do ECG, and the customers selling in Taiwan. So we help them to get a GMP, which is certificate needed in Taiwan. Okay. So later I will explain more in details. I think this is the key page for today's explanation. The why Olga, one, made in Taiwan. Especially in these years, more and more customers come for us to ask us made in Taiwan. And also some of our resources very near in our area, Zhonghe area, so which is an industrial park, and we can get from components and finally for package, everything there. And second point, I'm not sure this is okay. Here, okay, got it. Flexible production, that's a key spirit as I just mentioned. How to be flexible? First, we don't want our production line to be a traditional one. The traditional one, you see the flow. Everything is in the standard process, but sometimes, for startup company, they need to produce a product like a sale production. So it's a small quantity, not thousands. I think most of the startup company face a pain point. They seek for some manufacturing service, and those companies tell them, okay, the minimum order quantity, thousands, 5,000, 10,000. They don't have such order. They don't have much order on hand. They maybe just 300, 500. And actually, right now, Olga, we have a Japanese customer. Every lot, we ship out 300. Not 300,000, 300 pieces. We are doing right now. And that company actually cooperated with us about 10 years. Okay, so flexible production, this is what we learned in these 10 years. Okay, and Olga was a traditional production line, I have to say, 30 years ago. But in these days, we turned it to become a flexible production line. And our production line, basically, we have 3 lines. But sometimes we integrate to 1 line. That depends on the customer design product. Okay, the third one is a one-stop service. I think most of the startup company, they come from the engineer. They have idea. They start to develop something, and they leave 1 guy or 2 guys. You handle the manufacturing, but actually 1 people he need to face everything. We are talking about a double E, mechanical, packaging, firmware, everything. They need to talk with the manufacturing side. So sometimes we need to provide a one-stop service to them. That means they need sometimes it's like a solution provider. We talk deeply with the customer, and we know what's their pain point, and we find out the solution for them. But not everything comes from Olga. Sometimes you need to integrate a solution for them and provide to them. So that's why they come to the number 4, industrial cluster. We have partners in, even SMT DIP, our supply chain partners. Some people ask why we don't buy an SMT machine inside of Olga, because that costs money, and that money, the cost, come to a startup company. They cannot offer it. So how to be flexible? We have over 30 years of experience. The key point is we need to make sure the quality management, because everybody wants their product to be good. But sometimes new idea, they don't have the experience to mass production. I mean, become the real products. They just make their product in the laboratory. Just the idea and some samples. But things come to the real product, sales to the market, and you have reliability. You have quality assurance, something. So those concepts we have because we do manufacturing for medical devices. So we talk. We have regulator affairs. I mean, who knows very well about the regulation. Okay. So this is what we can provide to startup companies. Okay. An interesting thing is our customer in Taiwan only 10%. Most of our customer we ship to overseas, so we have experience for overseas business, of course, international trading, and even we help the customer to ship overseas. So these things, logistical service we are providing. Okay, I pick up some service and product to make a real example. This page shows OEM service. This is what we started from 35 years ago, to pure OEM service. Then we found the customer need more. More means when customer trusts us, they rely on us. They even ask Olga to help to buy something for them. We call it IPO. It's like a procurement service. They need us to provide a one-stop service, as I mentioned. Then more, they need some mechanical design or firmware modification. So we need to put some engineer. And recently, in these 5 years, we found SI. And sometimes I don't call it a system integration. Sometimes I call it solution integration. It's just like what I mentioned. We integrate the solution to satisfy our customer needs. So this is going to be difficult. This is a case by case. I think maybe in the future we have time we can share more. Okay, I pick up 2 products. One is we call the control box. This one is already sold to the market. They use in smart hotel control. So when customers find sometimes they find outside market, they don't find a suitable product for their demand in the I/O port. Sorry. And they need more. So we start to use our ODM service, and our engineer helped them to lay a PCB, like a carrier board, with the original PCB, and make a mechanical design, and come out this box. And they use it to get the sensor information. So when a customer check into the hotel room, so this box will collect the information, and they know the customer get in, they turn on the air conditioner, and also lighting control. And then sometimes, if you are in the security mode, they need to warn, because it's not customer, it's something illegal happening. So this kind of service we provide mechanical, double design, and firmware design. The customer make a system, a service, and of course including the software. Okay, this is an e-lock. So as I mentioned, we have some service in smart office, smart home. And several years ago, when customer asked us, can we do something like an e-lock? But as I mentioned, Olga is not so big. This is a metal part. Of course, it's impossible for us. So we need to integrate someone. So we look for a company in Taiwan called Donglong. This is the #1 company who make a lock in Jiayi. Then we talked to Donglong, and Olga produced PCBA with a firmware for the customer. We ship the PCBA firmware to Donglong. Donglong make a whole e-lock and ship back to us. Then we provide to the customer. Customer use it for like a cloud dormitory management system. So in these days, actually, most of the startup company not only focus on hardware, they are good in software, algorithm, AI. So they don't put so much resource in hardware. But as we mentioned, in Taiwan, we have a lot of resources in hardware, but someone need to help them to integrate. So we are doing that. So we provide an e-lock to the customer. Okay, finally, I use this page to explain what we've done in smart healthcare. Quickly, you can see the left one. This is the name called COMGO, a cardiovascular. This is a ECG. The company, maybe you see in some presentation, Dr. Zhao. When he started to realize his idea become a product, he found TFDA, the Taiwan FDA, said this is a medical product. This is not an electronic product. You have to get a certificate. So he come to Olga, ask if we can help them to make a GMP certificate in manufacturing. And we did it. So since 2 years ago, so now we help them to produce with a medical device certificate. And moreover, we help him to sell promotion in Japan. As we mentioned, we have overseas customer market and human resources. So we help him to promote this product to Japan. And second one is a nebulizer, as I just mentioned. Third one is a skin analyzer. Later I will explain more. This one, this is called on-sky SkyPad, remote monitoring system. You put a pad on your bed, and he knows your breath, your heartbeat. This is a company based in Silicon Valley, a new startup company, and need a lot of help, not only manufacturing, but also component shortage. Last year, also this year, we helped them to figure out some shortage item, especially for some IC semiconductors. Okay. We hope our friends here or online friends, you will become number 5. Actually more. We have more partners and customers in our services. Okay, finally, I use this one. This is called EC Skin Analyzer. Maybe you know the founder. The name is Paul. So Paul focused on this algorithm development, this product development. But in these days, he leave all the manufacturing, service, even the warehouse management to Olga. So he just focused on sales, market promotion, and the product development. Everything after that, ask Olga to help him. And you see, this product actually, we also help him to promote to Japan. One of the Japanese customers is the top 1 rank in some field. And we help him because we have Japanese sales, we help him to communicate negotiation with Japanese customers, even some legal parts. Okay, that's it. Finally, if you have an interest and to want to learn more, please contact Olga. We're in Zhonghe. You can find us even from the website. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lawrence Lin. Following up, we have Collab Industry Design and Research, more than a design company with years of practical experience in the automotive and product styling industries, but also a platform that integrates designers with design resources to provide the finest industrial design services. Let us welcome Xin Shu from Collab Industrial Design and Research.
Okay, hello everyone here and online, and my name is Xin, and thank you all for joining us today. I'm very honored to be here and representing Collab Industrial and Design, and to do a brief introduction to our company. Okay, so I will quickly go through our team and our services, and to show some work examples of what we do. So now we have a team of designers who focus on different specialties like automotive exterior and interior design, and product design, and graphics and CMF designs, etc. And because a lot of our team members have studied abroad and have overseas working experiences, so we're able to communicate in at least Chinese, English, or even German, French, and some basic Japanese. And a little bit about myself. I studied transportation design in California, and after my graduation, I have been working as a car designer for brands like Luxgen in Taiwan, Pininfarina in Shanghai, and Yamaha in Japan. So, and now we have our own design consultancy. So I've been doing this. I've been in the game for more than 10 years and still loving it. So exceptional solutions through collaboration is what we always keep in mind. And by having really close and efficient communications with clients, we believe that the exploration and collaboration will give us the really great design result. And here I'm going to talk about the related fields to industrial design, and these are also the services we can provide. Okay. So first is, of course, transportation design. So we have designers. Most of our designers come from car design background, so they have a lot of experience in doing conceptual and production design. And the main difference is that for production design, there's a lot more engineering and regulation restrictions. So it's a much bigger challenge to complete the process. And also in transportation design, it's not just cars. There's a lot of different types of vehicles, like 2 wheels, 3 wheels, or even drones to public transportations. And then there's product design. So for product design, there's, it's pretty much the everyday product you see around you, like tools, toys, furniture, electronic devices. These are all in this category. And then it's digital modeling. And digital modeling is a quite important and essential stage for the design process. So we'll come up after the sketching, we'll come up with the digital model for engineering check and for feasibility check, and to also check the design quality, and then for molding and production process. And for rapid prototyping and physical modeling, so usually we can do for like RP parts for smaller products, and up all the way to full-scale clay models for cars. And this is also a very important stage because we use the modeling stage to check the overall design quality of the product. So, for example, the proportions and the service quality, and then to check the feasibility and the perceived quality for customers. And of course, the strategy and product planning. And so usually before we go into drawings and sketchings, we do a lot of research on product planning, and trend analysis, this kind of stuff. So we give purpose to our designs, so it doesn't become just a random styling exercise for the final design outcome. Okay, and then here are some example works. So as you can see on the left, it's a 2D sketch from designers on the left. So we start from here, and the pictures you see on the right is a full-scale clay model. So we use the full scale to check the overall design theme and if the quality fits the requirement. So not just the overall big design theme, we also do all the exterior, the smaller components. So like the headlights and tail lights and grills and wheels, etc. And for interiors, it's the same. So all the things you can see and touch in the interior cabin, the environment, it's all designers' job to come up with a style to cover it. So, and here you can see on the lower left, it's a full-scale interior clay model to check, the sitting positions and all the touching points and all that. And on the right is a full-scale clay model for the exterior. And then here are some examples for product design. So for this, it's a outer shell and mechanism design for the digital meter. And some the look for handheld products. And here is an example for lighting system, and it's a remote control. And this is the sketch for remote control. And this is also a bigger scale product. It's actually a EV charging pole. So it's we're trying to solve the issues of really heavy and long charging cords for charging stations nowadays. So we are now located in Hsinchu. So Hsinchu is very well known for its high-tech companies, the science park, and there are also, it's not just the high-tech companies, there are also a lot of industrial parks around it, and there are also a lot of research institutes, and also some of the best universities in Taiwan. So being in Hsinchu, there are a lot of innovative activities and resources in the Hsinchu area. So now in the time and trend of Product 4.0, which is the combination of AI, IoT, and motion products. So motion product means the electric or motorized products. And a good example is autonomous drive cars. So in the trend of this, being in Hsinchu really gives us the advantage of being very close to the high-tech companies and the supply chains and the manufacturers around it, and us being the bridge connecting all these companies and to integrate all the resources in this, for us to play the role of integrating the resources in this area and to provide solutions and being very quick to respond to clients' need. So if we have a little bit of time, I can quickly go through the design process. Okay, so this is usually how we start, and for a product with bigger scale like a car, usually takes up to 10 to 12 months to complete the design process. And of course, for smaller handheld products, it can only take up to 3-4 months. It really depends on the scale of the product. So we will start from research. So we'll do a lot of research and study on, competitors, target customers, and all that, and the styling trend also, and also will be provided a package, and then designer will find their own inspiration and start their own sketches like this, like really rough sketches in the beginning. And, so for both exterior and interior, this is for exterior rendering. So after the really rough ideation stage in the beginning, they'll go into a more detailed design renderings like this. And this is also a design rendering. And these are all still in the 2D stage. And then the CMF designers also will come in to decide the materials, textures, colors, and all this for both exterior and interior. And then after the 2D stage, we'll go into the 3D stage. So we'll use the 3D modeling softwares to actually visualize the exterior and interior and all the detailed parts. Okay. And then, as I mentioned earlier, we'll use the data. We'll provide it to engineers, and they'll use the data to check all the regulations and feasibilities and all this. And then we go into the full-scale modeling process. So you can see here it's CNC machining a full-scale clay model exterior. And at this stage, you can really check the overall proportion, if it's right, if it meets all the feasibilities, and if the service quality meets the designer's expectation and all this. And then this is the final, we call it hard model. So you can see the overall design and all the detailed parts, but it's not a functional model. It's just for look. So if you go to next stage, it can be a prototype and then into production stage. So this is what you usually see in a car show. It's hard models like this. And we are very honored to be able to work very closely with these clients, such as Pininfarina, MIH, or Foxconn Group, and of course the IoT Hub. And we very look forward to future possible collaborations with all of you. So please don't hesitate to contact us if you have any needs. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Xin. And last but not least, our last group to share about manufacturing services in Taiwan, doublt, providing a one-stop product design and development services aiming to realize your creation and assist decreasing your risk in productions. Let's welcome Leslie Huang from doublt.
Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you this platform, and let me can present my company, what we can service for you. Okay. We are the design company. What kind of design is the industry design, also mechanical design, and the user interface design. Actually, we have over 20 years experience on the design. 10 years before, we always got the project come from the like the gaming, consumer, Logitech, also this kind of product. But those 10 years until now, we got more and more IoT, AI, manufacturing project. So here we can see after we got our client requirement, we will co-work with them. How can I co-work? First time we can make the early design, we call it early design. We can make a brainstorming and make the persona with them, looking for how to sell this kind of product. And then we will do we call the ID, the industry design, or look. We can make up your product. Yeah. And then also we do the mechanical design. Because the mechanical design, he can separate with industry design. Why? That's because the industry design, they have more art style. After they are sketchy or they are good look file, and the mechanical always say, no, this is impossible. Or tooling will say, this will be called double or triple cost. And then you launch the product, you lose a lot of money. So on the engineer design, why client, like our client, I would say the AIoT client like the Advantech over 10 years, Yanhua, Linhua, also AD Link, this kind of super big plan, they will send their project for us that because we can do the engineer for them. And the engineer is because some kind of your AIoT product, they will use on the very bad environment. So you have need to pass the sub-test, like the IP68. And my engineering, they can do that. And also keep the good ID look. And then we also do the user interface design and also the user experience design. But just focus on the front end, not include the back end. Why we did not include back end is because those 20 years, my client, they give us the project, they were afraid Taiwan, and afraid you. If I got the EE team, also tell me an idea, and I can make more quickly, and the computer test show, CS show, I will show the new product. So I did not have the EE team. I did not have a EE engineer. And also I did not have a back-end engineer. I have a front-end user interface. And we can make the UI flow and a good persona to make the good flow and easy to use on this platform. Of course, we have do the 3D printer to test our idea. Yeah. And then the launch. The launch I will mention is we did not have a factory. But because we are design company, so we have a lot of experience on every kind of material, like the rubber, silicone, aluminum, or die casting, like this. We will touch that. So we can introduce like the if you do the medical, where I can introduce the medical tooling factory, very high end, and you can touch them. Also, I have a resource in China. It's more expensive and the cost will be cost down with you, but you can choose. We will make the introduce. So I will show my project like there here is this we got the radar design. The engineer, I'm looking for, okay. Engineers, they have a really good sensor and PCB, but they did not have really show the direction for the product, how to show and give the end user. and they looking for us. We make the persona, and we talk about the brainstorming, and we looking for the. Sorry. We looking for the material, and also this kind of material, and then make a test to become a new product. This is for protect your need, right? Also, we do the, like I mentioned, is we do the front end user interface. So this is such project we got the Red Dot award. Everyone knows this brand. He's is my old friend. His boss is Italian. Yep. We make this is for emission test. Emission test, we did not only make the ID shape and the mechanical and the tooling. Also, we make the user interface to test your emission. So that's why I mentioned is that we make the ID design, mechanical design, and also user interface. This is for the medical supercomputer. This is also we work with here, with them. This is a really good project. Yeah, and we also look in the new material to fit their need. Yeah, we also do the interface. We do actually first time we do the interior. Here first time we work with BMW. And they teach us a lot about the user interface from the GPS. Yeah, 10 years before. And then we work the Audi. And right now we work a lot like Honda and Hongqi. This is a China brand. Because here have a lot limit, and we know that. Because some good idea or good skill you can use on the car, but you did not have experience. This kind will be we call the aftermarketing product, but you have no idea about the car test. He needed the high impact, so this arc cannot too big. If the user high impact, then here you got hurt. We also make the user interface. Okay, this is a big brand AD-Link in Taiwan. We do this is HCAM. He used on the factory, right? So you can check this material is a die casting. That's because he have a function for heat. Yeah, that's why they will AD-Link. Actually, you're looking for the AD-Link or the Advantech, their website, how the project come from us. This is real. Yeah. Yeah, we make why I put this is because this will be more close today's topic AIoT. Yeah, actually we do a lot more about the internet. This is the supercomputer you can use on the warehouse, right? We call the MRA. How this product is a sorry. How this product is a material is also aluminum. Yeah, also have the heat issue. Yeah, and we can do the good shape. The shape it look like the supercomputer color, right? Supercomputer color. And the shape will let you believe this machine, this computing. So not only some more serious like AIoT factory product, we also do AIoT the consumer product. This is the play the music. Yeah, we use really different material, and you can make launch. Like I said, that's we do the mechanical design service for client. And the last one, the user interface. We do the front end only. Yeah. From the UI flow to the user interface, user experience, and the graphic user interface. Okay. That's the Huawei service. Thank you for your attention. Yeah, if you have interest, please contact us. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Huang. Following up, we are glad to invite two teams that work with IoT Service Hub to share about their experience. First, we'd like to welcome Shilu Chao, an Associate Professor of National Yangming Jiao Tong University that integrates signal processing and low-power Bluetooth communications, provides long-term ECG signal measurements, analyzes ECG signals, and can provide real-time disease detection and warning, integrating into a smart heart healthcare IoT platform. Let's welcome Shilu Chao from Vipassana and also Miss Ting as the translator.
蔡主任，各位现场的贵宾跟线上的贵宾，很高兴有这个机会，代表阳明交通大学电机跟资工的研究团队，来跟大家分享一下我们关心至在 Vipassana 到现在为止这个系统架构以及我们所开发出来的功能。
Kelvin, audience here and online, good afternoon. It's my pleasure to be here to introduce to you our solution along with my team at the National Yangming Jiao Tong University.
好，那我们团队呢，针对这个研究议题，其实主要的发想是心电图，截至目前为止已经100多年了。那么在现今这个时代，心电图还需要有什么样子突破性的发展？从最早的12导级的心电图到 Holter， 到 Exercise ECG， 以至于到现在目前的 Apple Watch 这个 Single Lead。当然它提供的可惜性是越来越高，但是呢，随着可惜性越来越高，它所能够提供心脏的全面资料其实是受限制的。所以我们基于这样子一个发想，希望发展一套能够全时监控你的心脏健康状况的系统。
So ECG actually has a tradition of more than around 100 years. So we are thinking, how could it further evolve? So from the earlier 12-lead ECG to the Holter monitor, exercise ECG, to now we have Apple Watch single-lead ECG devices. Well, it gets more portable, right? But the data it provides actually gets more and more less, or rather limited.
好，所以我们希望能够结合阳明交通大学这个大家都知道，就是电机跟资讯是最强的，然后现在再加上阳明的医学系，所以我们想要结合 AIoT， 当然有 medical 的这个background， 然后再加上云端计算，甚至于是5G 的技术，结合起来，希望能够提供一个这样子的概念，就是你不管身上带着心电图，然后你不管走到哪里，随时随地都会有云端的这个智慧系统告诉你现在是不是会发生特殊的状况，甚至于可以连接到紧急急救的系统，那call适当的这个医疗服务团队呢到你的旁边来协助你。
So enter Vipassana. Yeah, it's actually a real-time cardio ECG healthcare monitoring system. Integrates, as you can see, AIoT technology, cloud computing, and 5G, of course, and medical science.
好，那这张是我们的系统架构图。从最左边最上面的，这是医疗物联网的穿戴装置，有贴片。有感测器，这个感测器里面呢有 ECG 的感测器，有动作感测器，有光的感测器。那透过截取你的心电讯号，你的这些血管里面的这个光的反射讯号之后，透过蓝牙的传输来到物联网的伺服器。那接下来再把这个讯号呢传到我们后台最重要的这个计算平台。
So here you could see the Vipassana system architecture. On the left-hand side, you get all sorts of sensors and patches. So ECG sensors, motion sensors, optical sensors collect these bodily signals and send the signals through Bluetooth technology to our IoT server network and further be processed.
好，那在这个计算平台里面，我们有开发了各式各样的病症检测的模型。从最早的心房颤动到心肌梗塞，到这个致死性的心律不整 VT-VF 的6分钟前的预警，还有心脏衰竭的检测、心输出量、血压。那当然有了蓝牙之后，我们就可以做及时的蓝牙定位，这都是在我们的云端平台上面。那搭建出来我们所能够提供的应用服务。
So on our algorithm platform, we can actually run a series of diagnoses from atrial fibrillation, VTAC, VF, heart failure, or heart attack, your blood oxygen parameters, and we can use it to also do positioning through the Bluetooth technology.
这应用服务呢，会包括我们的 monitor， 就是住院、门诊，甚至于是心衰复健、急诊。这样子各式各样的服务可以透过这个 Vipassana 的平台来提供。那
So it can be used for clinics, for outpatient care, hospital care, home health care, or cardiac rehab.
那除了刚刚的12导极 Holter 那 Single Lead 心电图，我们希望能够结合有的这个感测装置以及它出来的 AI 检测模型 ，eventually 呢，心脏衰竭复健的时候，我们可以不需要身上有这么多的线，你只要带着贴片，一样可以有这样子的效果评估你的复健成效。
So that's what we want to do, like integrating all kinds of functions into a simple device that helps you with a cardiac rehab.
那这是我们目前的AI 检测模型的准确度。蓝色的字呢是 AI 的检测功能，绿色的字呢是它的准确度，红色的呢是我们的合作医院。所以包括3转12，我们是少导极，但是有 AI 的模型可以转换成标准12导极的心电讯号，这个正确度已经达到了98%，那是跟成大医院，这要不要每一个都叫你？太难翻了，会不会？我想这个就让大家来看一下，有3转12，有 MI， 有这个 VT-VF 致死性的心律不整、心衰以及这个血压、血氧、心输出量，这个我们也都正在开发中。
So here you see the AI models, their functions. The green parts are the accuracy, and the red parts are the hospitals or divisions we work with. So as you can see, from 3 to 12 lead ECG signal synthesis, all kinds of diagnoses, AF, MI, and the lower part, blood pressure, cardio output, etc.
打开心脏照护
这个是我们的 demo，
对应的护理师登录。
So here you get to see a
页面
demo
会显示此护理师管理的病人资讯，
to see the
包括
patient
设备状态、心
information.
率、即时 AI 病症检测
It's
结果。
heart
透过系统
rhythm,
界面
heart
可以写病
rhythm,
人资料与病历
and
号
then
码。
here the interface with
新
the
增成功后，
personal
系统会
data
返回对应病患的 QR code，
and then
操
it
作
gives you a
App
QR
以及画
code.
面右上角的人像 icon， 扫描系统返回的 QR code，
You
将
scan the
病患
code.
绑定至此护理师的管理指向。
It will be linked
扫描
to
成
the
功后，我
healthcare
们即可与
system,
病人列表看到此病人的相关资料。
and then the hospitals
点击
can
病人
see
进
the
入
patient
患者资讯页
information.
面，
One click,
点击新增设备，扫描设备上的 QR code， 以
and
将
then you
此病人
scan
与
the
装置
code,
进
QR
行绑
code
定。
on the device,
绑定完成后，组装 ECG 装置，并将其贴于病人胸前，
and then you stick the
将
patches.
蓝牙装置及 ECG 贴片做组合。
So
接下来是
Bluetooth
去贴片
device,
背胶的
ECG
保护贴，
patch,
将贴片粘贴于病患的胸
and
前，
then you stick it to the chest
分别是 V1 至 V6 的
from
位
V1
置。
to V6.
确 确认粘贴完成后，点击开始测试按
and
钮。
then you hit
ECG
go.
装置会透过蓝牙与查到器将资料
So
上
with
传至物联网
Bluetooth
平台。
gateway, the data is uploaded
确
to
认
the
讯号品质
platform.
稳定无杂讯后，即可
When you
点
get
击讯号
stable
正确按钮。
signal, and then we hit OK.
云端会透过机器学习的演算法，
And then through
转换并合
algorithm,
成出标准12导级的心电讯号。
it will
护
produce
理师可透
12
过
lead
平板看到即时
ECG
的心电图。
signals. You can get to see real-time ECG.
Vital Sign 页面可监看病人
And on the
各种
vital
生理
sign
资
tab,
讯，
you get to see all kinds of
包
parameters, as
含
we
即时的心
mentioned.
率、血压以及一日内的
Heart
呼吸
rhythm,
与
blood
血压速度。
pressure, blood oxygen.
我们可在诊断页面开启
And
此
then on
病
the
人的 AI
diagnosis
病症
tab,
检测功能。
we can run AI diagnosis.
一旦病人被检出疾病 ，App 将会
When
发
there
出
is
指
a
示音，
something
并推送到
diagnosed,
画面
there will
上
be an
方，请
alert
护理人员
pushed
确认该病
to
的
the
状况。
hospital to take a look at the
当检出
patient.
疾病时，系统会记录其时间点。
And then timing will be
医生可
recorded,
调阅当下的心电讯号，并
so
协
you
助验
could
证。
get to check the ECG at the time of its occurrence.
在诊断页面填写诊断情况，送出
And
后
then
即
you
可在
can
医师
fill
诊断
more
处看到记
description
录。
here, send it to the
医师
doctor.
验证的结果将作为模型
Doctor would
重新训练的
verify
工
the
具，
results,
借此改善
which
模
will
型
be
的准确
learned
度。
and fed back to the algorithm.
当某项检测不太准确，
So
却又
when
不
the
想关闭该
test
项检测
result is
时，
not accurate, but you don't
可以
want to
使
shut
用
it
低
down,
参考按
you
钮，
can use
对
the
特
low
定模型进
reference
行标
button
注。
to
开
mark
启低参考
the
的模
model.
型检出疾病时，将会改用橘
And
色
then
来
in its
显示。
presentation, it will be
借此
shown
提
in
醒
a
护理
different
师检
color
出疾病，
to
但
alert
参考
that
性
this
可能
is
较
a
低。
low reference result.
那应该是少了一页，等一下我可以往上。在这边呢，要非常谢谢资策会，我们2018年通讯大赛之后，跟蔡主任的团队桥接了之后呢，大家可以看到我们刚刚的心电图的贴片其实是好操作，那好使用，也就是因为资策会这边的帮忙，包括机构啦、电路啦、韧体，使得我们开启了跟医学中心，包括北荣、台大、成大、中荣跟星光医院的合作。
So here I'd like to express my gratitude to Triple I. Actually, after 2018, after we won a contest, they connected us to a bunch of stakeholders. As you can see in the demo, the patch is very user-friendly, and we are very grateful for Triple I's support for connecting us to all sorts of stakeholders here and medical centers.
那除了资策会之外，还有科技部、教育部，当然包括阳明交大对我们研究经费的赞助。那最后是我们的团队成员，谢谢大家，谢谢。
And here you see our team members. Thank you. That's all.
All right, thank you, Professor. And next, we get to hear another successful case. This time, it comes from OCare, an automated disinfection solution for sharing motor, allowing users to achieve a definite disinfection effect after use, creating differentiations between the operator and its competitors, and enhancing the brand height. Let's welcome David Tai from OCare.
Hi everyone, my name is David Tai, and today I represent Suifuzhi Company to introduce the OCare project to you. OCare is an automatic disinfection solution for sharing motors, especially when the world are under COVID impact. OCare are going to be the best solution for sharing industry. Under a pandemic, it has caused over 6 million deaths until August. Taiwan has around 9,000 deaths, 20 children are included. Although the mortality rate among young is low, but the elder and underage still have to face the dangers because such as chronic complication and vaccine problems. In addition to the human death and health influence, society also have to face the financial loss and security issue. In the past year, pandemic has caused Asia economy over 1.7 trillion lost. And in Taiwan, it happens because the police station have over 12 people were diagnosed with COVID. They have to shut down the entire police station. And also let the civilian feel unsafe without police. So the COVID issue is related from the war to life. And also let us start to search the solution. According to the research, virus can cling to objects for up to 10 days. It becomes a huge problem from stopping the spread of the virus. You may think that most of the country are now living with the COVID already, but the fact is that people are dying and families are suffering from the loss. And except for the COVID, we have been facing the infestation of virus all the time, such as flu, enterovirus, and even monkeypox. The point that we talk about COVID is not to cause, not to make panic, and we hope that people can maintain. Sorry. We hope that people can see the importance of in disinfection after this experience. At present, the sharing industry in Taiwan is developing very vigorously. Shared transportation, including motorcycle, bicycle, and cars. The total is close to 50,000 units and millions of users. But all of the path cannot be traced. This becomes a huge concern after people notice the seriousness of spreading virus and also make us start to search for the solution. The current solution for sharing motor is to dispatch the personnel for regular cleaning and provide disposable shower cap, but it contains following problem. First, it costs too much. Second, they can't ensure cleaning after every use. And the shower cap not only cause a lot of problem to the operator, but also not environmental friendly. And even the operator have made these efforts. The users still complain about the smell and the weight problem on helmet. And this is our solution, the OCare system. It can automatically start motor cleaning and contains the following functions. Keep storage space clean, helmet sterilization and deodorization. OCare can guarantee cleaning before next user and prevent the spread of the virus. This is the OCare's design concept. It contains 3 parts. Fans to do the dehumidification and accelerate purification. The ozone will do the deodorization. And the hydroanion provides user with cleaning themselves before and after riding the motorcycle. Let's talk about hydroanion, and this is the reason why we run this project. The most familiar disinfectant is sanitized alcohol and hypochlorous acid water. But the operation environment of motor is very harsh. The alcohol is dangerous at high temperature, and both of them are easily decreasing the concentration under high temperature. That leads to loss of bactericidal effects. But hydroanion have none of this problem. Not only can it be stable in the heat, but also human-friendly. It can kill variety of viruses such as coronavirus, flu, and most of the bacteria around our life. And it can even kill the enterovirus, which sanitized alcohol can't. And we also did some related experiment. Safety reports including eye contact, skin contact, and lungs, which is highly safer than sanitized alcohol. Hydroanion can also kill the virus in 10 seconds and still workable after heat to 60 degrees for 3 days. Project OutCare 1 has passed the 4th stage of SBIR, and through communicate with the market and gather the user feedbacks, we are now moving on to stage 2. In the whole process, IoT Service Hub help us with match marketing with Wemo and GoShare, introduction, mass production resources, and media exposure. And they also helped us film the OCare situation simulating video. Let's enjoy together. The leader of Taiwan sharing industry company, Wemo and GoShare, are also searching for a solution because the problem we talked about earlier had already troubled them for a long time. So now we are negotiating with them for the detail of OCare. And also, OCare system not only can be applied to the sharing industry, such as delivery industry, government department, and unmanned vehicle in the future, also need something like OCare to ensure the employee health and keep the car clean. And this also make OCare project become a case that is worth investing in. Let's make some example. Policemen and poster have to face extreme weather and contact a lot of people in a day. That puts them in a dangerous and uncomfortable situation. OCare can be one of the best solutions to improve their working environment. Last but not least, what is our goal? What is OCare's goal? We also follow the trends of the world. We believe the government or company who use the OCare system can also improve the following indicator of ESG and SDGs. Reduce the consumption and waste of cleaning and maintenance operation, ensuring employee health and product safety, and reduce the operational risk. And on the issue of SDGs, we reached the 3rd, 12th, and 13th indicators. Thank you for your attention.
All right, thank you, Mr. David Tai. Now, ladies and gentlemen, with its trade links to all of the world's major economies, Asian market is a market full of opportunities. With the marvelous platform of IoT Service Hub, what else the company needs to pay attention to when they want to expand and land to Southeast Asia and India market? We invite the CEO of Startboard to share with us Asian market development, international resource integrations. So let us welcome Mr. Uniform, CEO of Startboard.
Okay. Thank you. I'm last speaker, right? And I think later is I heard about many speaker to sharing their amazing story. I think very looking forward for our future cooperation. Yeah. So because later I think very important. I want to introduce my friend to many the Taiwanese excellent team to communicate and know each other. I think it was important. So I will quickly to introduce Starboard. Yeah, Starboard is a platform for entrepreneurs who want to start a business in Taiwan, especially from South Indian country, and we already established more than 5 years. Okay. So we are the incubator. Yeah, we provide a one-stop solution. For example, I think it's very important if you want to stay in Taiwan, you need to know how to apply visa, how to set up company, how to all the process and because if you want to stay in Taiwan, everything is a cost for you, right? So I think it's important to let you know all the process, every cost for you. Okay, so we provide like an entrepreneur visa, government resource. For example, today the IoT Hub is very important resource, a co-working space, consultant, and the partner networking. So for sure, the most important thing is a consulting service. And also, if you want to start a business in Taiwan, the local connection will be very important. For the same, if you want to develop the business to India and Indonesia, later we will introduce you, our partner and our friend to you. If you want to develop a business to Indonesia, India, local connection is very important for you too, right? So I think this is both way. Okay, so and we are the certificate international staff incubator by MOEA. So if you have any entrepreneur visa, I think that your friend Bill, he just mentioned me. She's graduate from NTUST, and he go back already. And he just gave me the call this morning. He say he really want to come to Taiwan because now still not open the boundary for Taiwan, right? So actually, it's not allowed to apply tourist visa. So I think it's very pity if you, especially for some people already study in Taiwan or travel in Taiwan, maybe they love Taiwan, but they can't come here because we still not open the boundaries or not be allowed. But so they can through the entrepreneur visa. So we can provide this service. Yeah. So I think it's very important. Yeah. So you can share with your friend. Okay. So we also have an information video. I think it's very useful to let people to say, okay, step by step. But I think why we do this, because I think it's important, because if we can persuade or build a more international community in Taiwan, that means all the Taiwanese company, if you want to develop businesses to other countries, they can be maybe your best partner or your employee in the future. So we also host the Think 9. And we have many global partners. Actually, we encourage the foreign friend in Taiwan, so we have many record or reputation. So we use this reputation to cooperate with the partner overseas. So I think, I believe you have many connection for yourself, your friend, but this one it can be your second opinion, right? Because for the boss, for the management team, your job is to collect all the information, objective information, right? To help you to make the correct decision. But for sure, you never know your decision is correct or not. But the most very important thing is you need necessary to collect all the information, all you can do to help you to do the good decision too. So we are lovely to help. Yeah, and also today we have a friend there that you necessarily need to change your business card with them. Okay, so we also have a NATA. We have a project called NATA. So I think we invite all the experts in Taiwan. They already been in Taiwan many years. I think even with Starboard, we focus on the South Asia country for a long time. But I believe I'm not really familiar with this country. I'm sure. So today, my colleague today is Indonesia. Also have from Thailand, I think even they are not study like marketing or something, but I believe they were more familiar with their own country compared to us, right? So I think their opinion is very important. Okay, so we are Starboard. We are our mission is we want to encourage the excellent foreign talent can stay in Taiwan, especially for South Asia country and Indian country, and then we hope we can together to help a Taiwanese company to South Asia country, okay, and the Indian country too. So thank you everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Uniform Lin. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now we begin our Q&A sessions. So for audiences, if you have any questions, you can raise up your hands. And for our online audiences, you can write your questions on the chat box below. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions, please raise up your hand.
请问一下 IoT Service Hub 辅导要收费吗？谢谢。
Do I need to pay certain fees to receive support from the IoT Service Hub?
All right, I'll invite Yihua from IoT Service Hub to answer this question.
我们 IoT Service Hub 的所有的 service 都是 free 的。那如果说你们因为之后会介绍你们跟服务团合作，那这服务团的部分就是由团队跟服务团去讨论，就是未来合作的一些费用的产出这样子。
So all the services we provide are free of charge, but we will match you with a service team, and you will together discuss the potential fees and how you work together.
All right, if there is any other questions, please raise up your hands.
你好，我想要请问，怎么样可以申请加入制造基地？
How do I become a member of the IoT Service Hub?
好，我又来回答一下问题。我们有官网，你们可以 Google IoT Service Hub， 然后你们就可以看到官网。那你们可以申请会员，然后填写你们的产品资料。
So you simply go to our official website, Google IoT Service Hub, and then you can join, become a membership by filling in information about your products.
然后，如果你们的书面审查合可之后呢，我们会有 PM 会直接跟你们做联系，那安排后续的一些辅导过程。
So once you pass the document review, we'll have a project manager to be in contact with you for later discussions.
All right, the questions is answered, and if there's any other questions, you can still raise up your hands.
Company, or do you need to be Taiwanese, or what is the stage of your project? Can you explain this a bit?
想要了解说申请加入这个 IoT Hub 有什么条件吗？例如说一定要是本国籍、外国籍，可不可以公司行号的形式等等。
我们参加 IoT Service Hub 的话，主要是你有一个产品要联网，那你会需要做硬体的开发。
So our requirement is it has to be a connected device, connected product, and you have to do the hardware development.
那国外的团队的话，或国内团队都没有问题，因为我们也有就是学校的一些主题专案在进行，所以我们这部分是没有任何的限制。
And we don't have any requirement on nationality, whether you are Taiwan based or not. You are welcome.
All right, and if there's any other questions, you can still raise up your hands.
No.
Is there any?
Okay.
Okay, so this concludes our Q&A sessions. For audiences online, unfortunately, we have to bid our farewells, and thank you for joining online. We hope to see you on the next opportunity. Have a nice day, and bye-bye. And for the offline audiences, we will have a good photo together first.